Ye was removed from Forbes' billionaire list after losing over half his net worth, and sponsorship deals from Adidas, Chase, Gap, Vogue, and Foot Locker, just to name a few, with his Instagram being suspended, Twitter being locked, and his upcoming documentary and live show being cancelled. But what happened, and when exactly did he cross the line? Hi, I'm PJ, and this is how Ye managed to lose $600 million. Seemingly overnight. As you might know, Ye, formerly known as Kanye, is an iconic rapper with 51 million monthly listeners on Spotify and insane streaming numbers overall as his widely successful brand, Yeezy. If you're not aware, you might recognize him from his controversies. Skeet? Ring a bell? He has bipolar disorder, and after divorcing Kim Kardashian after having 4 children with her, drama broke out of seemingly nowhere and he went mad on Twitter with tweets such as, "I put my life on God that North's mom would never do photograph of her on Playboy. That's on God. I'm at the ranch. Come and get me. And Chris, don't play with me. You and that call my are not allowed around my children. Y'all tried to lock me up." Now, these exact tweets could be fake, but I remember seeing something similar at the time, and they all seem to have been wiped off his account. But he did post many other tweets on his account that same day that are still up. West children will never do Playboy West. Okay, that did not make any sense. West children will never do Playboy West. Okay, and maybe righteous indignation? I don't know, this could be like him trying to explain, apologize, and then he said, "I'm going to focus on my music now." And he also tweeted about his presidential election and how he was going to release Donda that week. By the way, Donda came out 8 months later. But back to the point at hand. He's been rather problematic, and the Skeet situation happened after that when they finally got divorced and Kim started dating Pete, and Kanye got a little jealous. Kanye at the time. He's since changed his name to Ye. Okay, but back to the point. He's been rather problematic over the years and even met up with Trump. Which, by the way, I'm not taking political sides, but I'm just saying most of his audience doesn't seem to be Trump's demographic, so it's just a little confusing. The point is, he has so much drama, like the Taylor Swift situation.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Drake, the MTVs.
Yes, man. MTV. Tell them what the I said.
Pete Davidson, Billie Eilish, Kid Cudi, and even Harriet Tubman.
Even move. When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
It's actually insane, but we aren't here for full career rundown, so let's go to when this situation began. On the evening of October 3rd, 2022, at Paris Fashion Week, during his Yeezy Season 9 showcase, he wore a shirt with the words, "White Lives Matter." If you don't understand why this is simply not a great message, let me knock some sense into you real quick. It isn't about the saying, who really matters. Of course they matter, and are important. It's more about the words themselves. See, this easily compares to the saying, "Blue Lives Matter," or "All Lives Matter." Yes, everyone matters, but Black Lives Matter originated in 2013 after the passing of Trayvon Martin, 17 months earlier in February 2012. I'm not talking about the organization, which is a common misconception. Although they both seem to have started at the same time, I'm talking about the movement, not the organization, because you can say whatever you want about the organization being corrupt, whatever. I'm not here to talk about that. But the movement is what I'm talking about, and that seemed to have also kicked off around the exact same time as the organization, so that's why my dates are the same as if you were to look up the organization, just to clarify that. Blue Lives Matter originated in December 2014 after the homicides of NYPD officers Rafael Ramos and Wenjin Liu. Sorry if I mispronounced any of those names. And All Lives Matter, well, it didn't have a reason to start, and although Blue Lives Matter seemed to have a valid start, they were both commonly used as a response to BLM instead of a powerful statement, because they didn't need a reason. The only reason they needed was to take power away from those who felt it with BLM. And if that wasn't the reason, then why did they have to use the sayings, "blank lives matter"? Why couldn't they just say, "everyone's important," or "cops are valuable"? Oh yeah, and WLM, or White Lives Matter, isn't even standing up for a good cause. It's just bad. It's not misworded or interpreted. It's heavily associated with neo-Nazis and white supremacist groups. So, Yeah, saying White Lives Matter is a lot more than just a few words, and this shows because after Ye did, there were pro-Nazi groups using his words as further justification to continue their ways, and I even saw a picture on Instagram. I'll pull it up if I can find it. Maybe it was a joke, or Ye didn't understand. Well, a few days later, he went on air with Tucker Carlson, who obviously sided with Ye and doubled down on the shirt.
The answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Now, although this sounds like an innocent and fairly reasonable answer, if you go back to what I said earlier, you'll see why it isn't, along with the fact he, quote-unquote, wanted to go DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people. Which, if you don't know what that means, and I didn't until recently either, DEFCON 1, cocked pistol, maximum readiness, immediate response. DEFCON 2, fast pace, armed forces ready to deploy and engage in less than 6 hours. DEFCON 4, double take, above normal readiness. DEFCON 5, normal readiness. DEFCON 3, increase in force of readiness above that is required for normal readiness. Air Force ready to mobilize in 15 minutes. He's making... I don't know if it was supposed to be a joke. It obviously wasn't funny and doesn't seem like a joke, but he was making some sort of statement about wanting to kill Jewish people and then saying that black people can't be anti-Semitic, which is not true. After all of this information surfaced more to the mainstream, information came out from a while ago that apparently he wanted to name one of his early albums after Hitler, but his team eventually convinced him to change their mind, and proof runs through TMZ officials at a meeting they had, and I don't know, it's a lot. You should definitely look into all this stuff for yourself if you want to know all the specific details, because I'm just here to give you a brief summary of everything, so you can really just grasp a hold as to why he's canceled and losing billions. Well, hundreds of millions. Pretty close. And apparently Ye even had to pay settlements to an employee who heard him praising Hitler. Also, if you zoom out of the original picture, you can see Candace Owens, a very prominent Republican in the political space. In the following days and weeks, Ye continued backing his beliefs on a variety of interviews, making claims including questioning the tragic death of George Floyd, which he has since apologized for, but you can't change history. He even set a challenge for Adidas.
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me.
This is where the story comes to a halt, at least for now. Adidas pulled their relations with him and, interestingly enough, owns the rights to many of the products and shoes they sell, so they can still sell it without his name attached. Since everything has gone down, many absurd headlines have come out, like he's getting kicked out of the Skechers headquarters, or he got kicked out, apparently with a camera crew, so maybe he's making his own doc, which at this point, a lot of people wouldn't even watch. So. Also, I'm pretty sure he already had his own doc on Netflix, like Yeezus or something, I don't know. Even Goodwill and TJ Maxx stopped associating with Ye. I didn't even know they were associating with Ye. Shit's crazy. His reputation truly has hit an all-time low, and as many of his fans have commented, his music might not be enough to save him this time.